In today's fast-paced world, it's easy to feel like we're caught in a whirlwind, constantly reacting to external stimuli, emotions, and circumstances. Many of us find ourselves struggling with our thoughts, words, feelings, and finances. We become victims of our own habits, unknowingly surrendering control to the forces around us. But what if we could regain control over these areas? What if we could master the way we speak, think, feel, and manage our money? The truth is, each of these aspects, our mouth, mind, mood, and money, are deeply intertwined. If one area is out of balance, it can affect the others. A harsh word spoken in anger can lead to regret, which impacts your mood. A negative mindset can keep you stuck in unhealthy patterns, affecting your emotional state and ultimately your financial decisions. When we lose control over these elements, we lose our power to shape the life we desire. But when we take charge of them, we unlock our true potential. This book is not just about managing your life in a superficial sense. It's about truly mastering the way you speak, think, feel, and handle money. It's about creating a life where you are the driver, not the passenger. A life where you understand the deep impact that your words, thoughts, emotions, and financial decisions have on your overall well-being and success. It's about making conscious choices that serve your highest good and align with your true purpose. The first step in taking control of these areas is recognizing their influence. Every word we speak has the power to shape our reality, influence our relationships, and impact our self-esteem. Words are not just sounds, they are energy. What you say to others and what you say to yourself matters. When you become intentional about your speech, you begin to understand how it affects your relationships and your own sense of self-worth. You'll learn how to speak with purpose, to uplift others, and to communicate in a way that aligns with your values. Mastering your mouth means learning to choose your words carefully and using them to create the life you want. Your mind is the control center of your life. What you think directly influences how you feel and how you act. The thoughts you entertain shape your beliefs and perceptions. If you think you're not good enough, you'll likely act in ways that reinforce that belief. But if you believe that you have the power to create your own destiny, you'll begin to take actions that align with that belief. In this book, we'll explore how to change the way you think, how to break free from limiting beliefs, reprogram your mind, and create a mental landscape that supports your goals and dreams. Your mood, too, plays a pivotal role in your life. Emotions are powerful forces that can either propel you forward or hold you back. When we are in a negative emotional state, it's easy to feel stuck, helpless, or unmotivated. But when we learn to regulate our emotions, we can navigate life's challenges with a sense of peace and purpose. Understanding how your emotions work, learning to shift your mood on demand, and cultivating emotional intelligence are key components in achieving personal mastery. By managing your emotions, you can maintain your composure in difficult situations, stay motivated even when facing setbacks, and enjoy a greater sense of happiness and fulfillment. Finally, money. For many, money is a source of stress, worry, and fear. We either don't have enough of it, or we don't know how to manage it when we do. Financial insecurity can affect every aspect of our lives, our relationships, our emotional health, and our peace of mind. But money doesn't have to be a source of anxiety. It's a tool, one that can help us achieve our goals, provide for our loved ones, and live the life we desire. In this book, you'll learn how to cultivate a healthy relationship with money, how to make sound financial decisions, and how to use money to create abundance and financial freedom. Mastering your mouth, mind, mood, and money is not about perfection. It's about progress. It's about becoming more self-aware, more intentional, and more empowered. It's about taking responsibility for your life and taking the necessary steps to create the outcomes you desire. The journey will require effort, consistency, and dedication, but it is completely within your reach. The principles you'll learn in this book are not based on fleeting trends or external validation. They are rooted in timeless wisdom and backed by modern research. They are practical, actionable, and designed to fit into your daily life. You don't need to make drastic changes overnight. Instead, we'll focus on small, manageable steps that will lead to lasting transformation. As you begin to apply the principles outlined in this book, you will start to notice shifts in the way you think, feel, and act. You'll find that your words have more power, your mind is clearer and more focused, your mood is more stable, and your financial situation improves. You will begin to step into your full potential and create the life you've always dreamed of. The key to success is not in external circumstances, but in how you respond to them. By mastering your mouth, mind, mood, and money, you are taking the reins of your life. You are choosing to live with purpose, integrity, and clarity. You are choosing to create a life that aligns with your deepest desires and highest aspirations. This is not just about personal development. It's about creating a life of true fulfillment. When you take control of these 4 areas, you begin to unlock a life of peace, abundance, and success. And the best part is that you are in charge. You have the power to change your reality, one thought, one word, one emotion, and one decision at a time. So, if you're ready to take control, if you're ready to live a life of intention, purpose, and mastery, then this book is for you. Together, we will explore the tools, strategies, and practices that will help you reclaim your power and create the life you've always wanted. The journey begins now. The first step in mastering your life begins with understanding the profound influence of your words. Every word you speak carries weight. Words are not just sounds or symbols. They are powerful tools that shape your reality, impact your relationships, and ultimately influence your success. This chapter will explore how to master your mouth, how to choose your words with intention, and use them to create a positive impact in your life and the lives of those around you. The language we use, both to others and to ourselves, shapes the way we perceive the world. When we speak with purpose and clarity, we communicate our intentions and set the stage for the outcomes we desire. However, when we speak impulsively or negatively, we risk reinforcing patterns that hold us back. This is why mastering the way we speak is so crucial. The first thing to recognize is that your words reflect your thoughts. What comes out of your mouth is directly linked to the mindset you're carrying. If you have a negative, limiting belief system, your words will reflect that. For instance, if you believe that you are not capable of achieving success, you might say things like, "I'll never make it," or "This is too hard." These words not only confirm your own doubts, but they also limit your potential. On the other hand, when you cultivate a mindset of possibility and abundance, your words will shift as well. You might say, "I am capable of overcoming challenges," or "This may be difficult, but I can learn and grow from it." The words we speak to others also have immense power. How we communicate with others shapes our relationships. Words can build bridges or create walls. They can heal or harm. In our personal relationships, it is easy to slip into patterns of negative speech. Criticism, judgment, and harsh words can create tension and misunderstandings. But when we choose to speak with kindness, empathy, and respect, we invite connection and trust. Being intentional with our words can strengthen relationships, resolve conflicts, and foster mutual understanding. One of the most important aspects of mastering your mouth is learning the art of active listening. Communication is not just about speaking. It is about listening as well. Listening is a foundation for effective communication. When you listen attentively to others, you show respect and create space for deeper connection. Active listening involves not just hearing the words, but also paying attention to the emotions behind them. It requires being present in the moment, without distractions or judgments. By practicing active listening, you can engage in more meaningful conversations and better understand the perspectives of those around you. Another key element of mastering your mouth is understanding the importance of silence. There is power in knowing when not to speak. Silence allows for reflection, consideration, and a pause before reacting. Sometimes, saying nothing at all is the most powerful response. It gives you the space to control your emotions, think clearly, and choose the most instructive response. In moments of conflict or tension, taking a breath and remaining silent can prevent impulsive reactions that might otherwise escalate the situation. Silence also allows for better listening, giving others the opportunity to express themselves fully. Mindful speech is another practice that will help you gain control over your words. Mindful speech involves being aware of the impact your words have on others and the energy they carry. It's about speaking from a place of authenticity and intention. When you speak mindfully, you are fully aware of the consequences of your words and how they can affect the people around you. This doesn't mean you should always choose to speak in ways that please others, but rather that you speak with awareness, honesty, and respect. When it comes to negative speech, Whether it's gossip, complaining, or criticizing, learning to control your words is essential. Negative speech can breed negativity in your environment, and over time, it can reinforce negative beliefs about yourself and others. Gossiping about others or complaining incessantly creates an atmosphere of distrust and dissatisfaction. It's easy to fall into these patterns because of frustration or resentment, but when you make the decision to stop engaging in negative speech, you create a space for more positivity and growth. Instead of complaining, try reframing your thoughts and focusing on solutions. Instead of gossiping, try to redirect the conversation to more constructive topics or to something positive about the person being discussed. In addition to controlling how we speak to others, mastering your mouth also includes how you speak to yourself. The way you talk to yourself, your internal dialogue, has a profound impact on your confidence, self-esteem, and overall well-being. If you constantly tell yourself, "I'm not good enough," or "I'll never succeed," these words will shape your reality. But if you begin to speak to yourself with encouragement and compassion, you can reprogram your beliefs. Replace self-criticism with self-affirmation. Instead of saying, "I can't do this," say, "I am capable and I can figure this out." One powerful tool for changing your self-talk is the practice of affirmations. Affirmations are positive statements that help rewire your mind and reinforce a healthy, empowering belief system. By repeating affirmations regularly, you can shift your mindset from one of limitation to one of possibility. For example, you might say, "I am worthy of success and abundance," or "I trust in my ability to handle challenges." Over time, these affirmations become ingrained in your subconscious mind, and you begin to internalize them as truths. Another practice that can help you master your mouth is to focus on gratitude. When you speak with gratitude, you cultivate a mindset of appreciation and abundance. Gratitude shifts your focus from what you don't have to what you do have. Instead of complaining about challenges, express gratitude for the lessons they bring. Instead of criticizing what's wrong, praise what's going well. By incorporating gratitude into your speech, you can create a more positive, uplifting environment for yourself and others. In mastering your mouth, there is no magic formula or quick fix. It takes practice, self-awareness, and a commitment to being more mindful about how you speak. But when you begin to take control of your words, you begin to take control of your life. You become more intentional, more positive, and more powerful in the way you communicate. And as you master your mouth, you'll find that your relationships improve, your confidence grows, and your ability to create the life you want becomes stronger. The journey to mastering your mouth is ongoing. It's about making a conscious choice each day to speak with intention, compassion, and mindfulness. It's about becoming aware of the impact your words have and taking responsibility for the energy you bring into the world. When you master your mouth, you open up a world of possibility, connection, and empowerment. Your mind is the lens through which you view the world. It shapes your beliefs, influences your actions, and determines your level of success and happiness. In many ways, your mind is the most powerful tool you possess. But, like any tool, it requires proper care and control to function at its best. The second chapter of this book is dedicated to mastering your mind, learning how to harness the power of your thoughts, break free from limiting beliefs, and create a mental environment that supports your goals and desires. The mind is not a passive observer. It is actively shaping your reality every single moment. Whether you realize it or not, your thoughts are guiding your behaviors, influencing your mood, and determining the outcomes in your life. For example, if you believe that you are destined to fail or that success is out of your reach, your actions will likely reflect those beliefs. On the other hand, if you cultivate a mindset of growth, possibility, and resilience, your actions will be aligned with that perspective, and you will create opportunities for success. The first step to mastering your mind is understanding that your thoughts are not facts. Too often, we identify with our thoughts and believe that they define who we are. We treat every thought as truth, which can lead to unnecessary stress and self-doubt. In reality, thoughts are just mental events that come and go. They are influenced by your past experiences, emotions, and the world around you, but they do not define you. You are the observer of your thoughts, not the thoughts themselves. Recognizing this distinction is the first step in gaining control over your mind. When you understand that your thoughts are not inherently true, You open the door to questioning and challenging them. It's essential to ask yourself, are these thoughts serving me? Do they align with my goals? Do they reflect the person I want to be? If the answer is no, it's time to change them. One of the most powerful tools for shifting your mindset is the practice of reframing. Reframing involves taking a negative or limiting thought and turning it into something more positive and empowering. For example, instead of thinking, I'll never be successful, you can reframe that thought into, I am capable of learning and growing, and success is a journey. Reframing is not about denying reality or pretending that challenges don't exist. It's about choosing to focus on the possibilities and solutions rather than the obstacles. The way you perceive a situation has a profound impact on how you respond to it. If you constantly see problems, your mind will stay stuck in a state of fear and limitation. But if you shift your focus to opportunities, growth, and lessons, you unlock the potential for creative solutions and personal development. Another critical aspect of mastering your mind is eliminating limiting beliefs. Limiting beliefs are deeply ingrained convictions that hold you back from reaching your full potential. These beliefs are often formed early in life based on experiences or messages you receive from others. For example, if you were told as a child that you were not good enough or that money is hard to come by, you may internalize these beliefs and carry them with you throughout your life. These beliefs become mental barriers that limit your ability to take risks, pursue your goals, and embrace abundance. To overcome limiting beliefs, you must first become aware of them. Pay attention to the negative thoughts that frequently arise, and identify any patterns that point to a limiting belief. Once you've identified a limiting belief, challenge it by asking yourself questions like, is this belief based on facts or assumptions? Or what evidence do I have that contradicts this belief? Often, when you scrutinize these beliefs, you'll find that they are based on outdated or unfounded assumptions. Once you challenge them, you can replace them with empowering beliefs that support your growth and success. The power of affirmations is another valuable tool for mastering your mind. Affirmations are positive statements that help reprogram your subconscious mind and align your thoughts with your goals. For example, instead of thinking, I'm not good enough, you can replace a thought with, I am capable, worthy, and deserving of success. Repeating these affirmations daily reinforces a belief that you are capable of achieving your goals and that you have the power to create the life you desire. Over time, these affirmations will become deeply ingrained in your mind, shifting your perspective and influencing your actions. One of the most important aspects of mental mastery is cultivating focus and clarity. In today's world, we are bombarded with distractions at every turn. Social media, emails, news, and the constant demands of daily life. These distractions can pull us away from our goals and prevent us from being fully present in the moment. To master your mind, it's essential to cultivate the ability to focus on what truly matters. This means eliminating distractions, setting clear intentions, and creating time for deep work and reflection. A great way to improve focus is through mindfulness and meditation. These practices allow you to train your mind to be present and aware, rather than constantly jumping from one thought to the next. Meditation, even for just a few minutes a day, can help clear mental clutter and increase your ability to concentrate. Mindfulness, on the other hand, encourages you to be fully engaged in whatever task you're doing, whether that's working, eating, or interacting with others. By practicing mindfulness, you increase your awareness of your thoughts, emotions, and actions, allowing you to make more conscious choices and stay focused on your goals. Another important strategy for mastering your mind is developing mental resilience. Life is filled with challenges, setbacks, and unexpected changes. If you allow these difficulties to overwhelm you, they can derail your progress and leave you feeling defeated. However, by developing mental resilience, you can bounce back from adversity and continue moving forward. Resilience is the ability to maintain a positive outlook and stay committed to your goals, even in the face of hardship. To build resilience, it's essential to develop a strong sense of self-belief, practice gratitude, and learn how to manage stress effectively. Mental resilience also involves learning how to manage your emotions. Emotions are powerful forces that can either help or hinder your progress. When you're able to regulate your emotions, you can stay calm under pressure, make better decisions, and maintain a positive attitude. Practices like deep breathing, journaling, and visualization can help you manage stress and negative emotions, allowing you to stay focused and clear-headed. Mastering your mind is an ongoing process. It's not about achieving perfection or eliminating all negative thoughts, but about developing the awareness and tools to control your mind rather than letting it control you. When you take charge of your thoughts, you gain control over your life. You become empowered to create the reality you desire, break free from limiting beliefs, and cultivate a mindset of abundance and possibility. With practice and dedication, you can transform your mind into a powerful ally that supports you in achieving your goals and living your best life. Mastering your mood is one of the most vital aspects of living a balanced and fulfilling life. Your emotional state has the power to influence your thoughts, actions, and even your interactions with others. When your mood is positive, you're more likely to make clear decisions, take productive actions, and maintain healthy relationships. However, when your mood is negative, it can cloud your judgment, hinder your ability to act, and create a ripple effect that negatively impacts those around you. In this chapter, we'll explore how to take control of your emotions, shift your mood on demand, and cultivate emotional intelligence for greater well-being and success. The first step in mastering your mood is understanding that emotions are temporary. Emotions, while powerful, are not permanent states of being. They're like weather patterns, sometimes sunny, sometimes stormy, but always changing. When you recognize that emotions are fleeting, you empower yourself to respond to them rather than being controlled by them. It's essential to understand that you are not your emotions. You are the observer of your emotions, which gives you the ability to decide how to react. One of the most effective ways to take control of your mood is through emotional awareness. The more aware you are of your emotions, the more control you have over them. This means paying attention to how you feel throughout the day and noticing the subtle shifts in your mood. Are you feeling stressed, frustrated, or overwhelmed? Or are you feeling calm, happy, and energized? Being attuned to your emotions allows you to identify when they start to shift in a negative direction, so you can take steps to address them before they take over. When you become more aware of your emotions, you can also identify the triggers that cause them. Emotional triggers are events, thoughts, or situations that elicit strong emotional reactions. For example, a disagreement with a loved one might trigger feelings of anger or frustration, while receiving unexpected praise at work could lead to a surge of happiness. By identifying these triggers, you can better prepare yourself to respond in a way that aligns with your desired emotional state. In some cases, you may be able to change the situation or your perspective to avoid the emotional reaction altogether. One powerful technique for shifting your mood is called cognitive reframing. This practice involves changing the way you interpret a situation in order to change your emotional response. For example, let's say you're running late for an important meeting and you feel anxiety building up. Instead of focusing on the stress and frustration of being late, try reframing the situation by thinking, I am doing the best I can and I can handle this challenge. By shifting your perspective, you can change the way you feel about the situation and reduce the negative emotional charge. Another valuable tool for mastering your mood is deep breathing. Deep breathing exercises help calm the nervous system and reduce the intensity of negative emotions. When you feel your mood beginning to spiral downward, taking a few deep, slow breaths can help ground you in the present moment and restore a sense of calm. To practice deep breathing, inhale slowly through your nose for a count of 4. Hold the breath for 4 seconds. Then exhale slowly through your mouth for a count of 4. Repeat this process several times until you feel a shift in your mood. Physical movement is also a powerful way to change your mood. Exercise has been shown to release endorphins, the brain's feel-good chemicals, which can instantly improve your mood. Even a short walk outside, a few minutes of stretching or dancing to your favorite music can help you break free from negative emotions and re-energize your body and mind. If you're feeling down or stuck in a negative mood, try engaging in some form of physical activity to release built-up tension and shift your energy. In addition to these immediate strategies, cultivating a positive emotional state requires intentional practices that support emotional well-being over time. One of the most effective ways to cultivate a positive mood is through gratitude. Gratitude is a powerful emotion that can shift your focus from what is wrong in your life to what is going well. When you take time each day to reflect on the things you are grateful for, whether big or small, you begin to train your mind to focus on the positive aspects of your life. Keeping a gratitude journal is a simple but effective way to practice this. Each day, write down 3 things you're grateful for. Over time, this practice will shift your perspective, making it easier to maintain a positive outlook, even during difficult times. Another way to improve your mood is by practicing kindness, both toward yourself and others. Acts of kindness, no matter how small, release positive emotions and foster a sense of connection with others. When you do something kind for someone else, whether it's offering a compliment, helping a friend, or simply listening attentively, you not only improve their mood, but also uplift your own. Similarly, practicing self-compassion is key to maintaining a positive emotional state. Be kind to yourself during moments of struggle, and treat yourself with the same empathy and understanding that you would offer a friend. Self-compassion helps reduce feelings of guilt or shame and creates an emotional foundation of peace and acceptance. Emotional intelligence, EQ, is another critical skill in mastering your mood. EQ refers to the ability to recognize, understand, and manage your own emotions, as well as the ability to recognize and influence the emotions of others. People with high emotional intelligence are better at managing their mood, responding to stress, and navigating challenging social situations. They are also more adept at building strong, supportive relationships and maintaining a positive emotional state, even in difficult circumstances. To develop emotional intelligence, start by increasing your self-awareness. Pay attention to your emotional triggers, recognize patterns in your emotional responses, and take note of how your mood shifts throughout the day. The more you practice this, the easier it becomes to identify and regulate your emotions. The next step is developing empathy, which involves understanding the emotions of others and responding with compassion. Empathy allows you to connect with others on a deeper level and navigate social interactions with greater ease and understanding. One final practice for mastering your mood is learning to embrace vulnerability. When we allow ourselves to be vulnerable, we give ourselves permission to feel our emotions without judgment. Vulnerability is not weakness. It is a sign of emotional strength and authenticity. By embracing vulnerability, you create space for emotional healing and growth. Whether you're experiencing joy, sadness, frustration, or fear, accepting your emotions without resistance allows you to process them in a healthy way and move forward with greater emotional resilience. Mastering your mood is not about suppressing your emotions or pretending that everything is always okay. It's about learning to navigate the full range of human emotions with grace and self-awareness. By practicing emotional regulation techniques, cultivating positive habits like gratitude and kindness, and developing emotional intelligence, you can take control of your emotional state and create a more balanced, fulfilling life. Mastering your money is often seen as a key component of personal success, yet for many, it remains one of the most challenging areas to control. Money, in many ways, acts as a mirror of our beliefs, values, and habits. How we manage, spend, and invest our money reveals not only our understanding of financial principles, but also our mindset toward abundance and scarcity. This chapter is dedicated to helping you take control of your financial life. Learning how to develop a healthy relationship with money, make smarter financial decisions, and create the wealth and security you desire. The first step in mastering your money is recognizing that your mindset towards money plays a crucial role in shaping your financial reality. Your beliefs about money, whether they are empowering or limiting, will influence your financial decisions. If you believe that money is scarce or that you will never have enough, your actions will likely reflect those beliefs. You may avoid taking financial risks, miss opportunities, or engage in unhealthy financial habits like overspending or accumulating debt. On the other hand, if you believe that money is abundant and that you are capable of attracting wealth, you are more likely to take proactive steps toward financial growth, make wiser decisions, and seize opportunities. To transform your relationship with money, start by examining your beliefs about it. Ask yourself, what messages did I receive about money growing up? Did my parents or caregivers model positive financial habits, or did they demonstrate fear or stress around money? Often, the beliefs we carry about money are shaped early in life, and they continue to influence our behavior as adults. If you identify any limiting beliefs, such as money doesn't grow on trees, or I'll never be rich, work to challenge them. Replace these negative beliefs with empowering thoughts like, I am deserving of abundance, or I am in control of my financial future. By shifting your mindset from scarcity to abundance, you begin to open yourself up to greater financial opportunities. Once you have a positive mindset toward money, the next step in mastering your finances is understanding the basics of money management. This includes creating a budget, tracking your expenses, and ensuring that your spending aligns with your financial goals. A budget is simply a plan for how you will allocate your money each month. It is not about restricting yourself. It is about making conscious decisions that align with your values and priorities. When you budget, you gain clarity on where your money is going and can make adjustments to ensure that you are saving, investing, and spending in a way that aligns with your long-term goals. Tracking your expenses is an important part of managing your money. Many people are unaware of how much they are spending on non-essential items or subscriptions, which can slowly drain their financial resources. Start by tracking every expense for a month. This will give you insight into where your money is going and help you identify areas where you can cut back. You may find that small, recurring expenses, like daily coffee or streaming subscriptions, can add up to significant amounts over time. By becoming aware of your spending habits, you can make more intentional choices about how to allocate your funds. Saving is another key element of financial mastery. Developing a habit of saving ensures that you have a safety net for emergencies, as well as funds to invest in your future. One effective strategy for saving is the pay yourself first principle. This means that before you pay bills or make any other purchases, you set aside a certain percentage of your income for savings. Aim to save at least 10% of your income, if possible, and automatically transfer it into a savings account each month. Over time, this practice will build up your savings and provide you with greater financial security. Investing is another powerful tool for building wealth. While saving is important, it is often not enough to achieve long-term financial freedom. To grow your money, you need to invest it in assets that appreciate over time, such as stocks, real estate, or mutual funds. If you are new to investing, start by educating yourself about the different investment options available and begin with low-risk options, such as index funds or bonds. The key to successful investing is consistency and patience. The earlier you start, the more time your investments have to grow, thanks to the power of compound interest. In addition to saving and investing, it is essential to manage debt effectively. Debt can be a major obstacle to financial freedom, but when managed properly, it doesn't have to hold you back. Start by paying off high-interest debts, such as credit card debt, as quickly as possible. Once high-interest debt is eliminated, focus on paying down other debts, such as student loans or mortgages, in a structured way. Many people find it helpful to use the debt snowball method, where you pay off the smallest debt first and then move on to the next smallest. This approach builds momentum and gives you a sense of accomplishment as you eliminate each debt. As you gain control over your debt, you free up more of your income to save, invest, and build wealth. Financial discipline is another essential aspect of mastering your money. Being disciplined with your finances means making intentional decisions about how you spend and save, even when it's tempting to indulge in unnecessary purchases. It's about prioritizing long-term goals over short-term gratification. One strategy for staying disciplined is to set clear financial goals and remind yourself regularly of the benefits of reaching those goals. Whether you're saving for a down payment on a house, building an emergency fund, or planning for retirement, having a clear vision of your financial future can help you stay focused and motivated. One often overlooked aspect of financial mastery is the importance of giving. When we focus only on accumulating wealth for ourselves, we miss the opportunity to create a positive impact in the world. Giving, whether through charitable donations, helping others in need, or investing in your community, can bring a sense of fulfillment and purpose to your financial journey. It also fosters an abundant mindset, reminding you that there is always more than enough to go around. When you give freely, you create a cycle of abundance that benefits both you and others. Building a healthy relationship with money is also about learning to enjoy the process. Many people view money as a source of stress and anxiety, but when you approach it with curiosity and confidence, you begin to shift your perspective. Instead of seeing financial tasks like budgeting, saving, or investing as burdens, view them as empowering opportunities to take control of your life. The more you engage with your finances in a positive and proactive way, the more in control you will feel. Mastering your money is a lifelong journey. It requires continuous learning, patience, and discipline, but the rewards are well worth the effort. As you develop a positive mindset, build strong financial habits, and make empowered decisions about your money, you'll begin to experience greater financial freedom, security, and abundance. By taking control of your finances, you unlock the opportunity to create the life you desire, one that is not only financially stable, but also filled with possibilities, growth, and a sense of fulfillment. As you continue to work on mastering your mouth, mind, mood, and money, it's essential to understand that transformation doesn't happen in a vacuum. Real change requires action, taking small, consistent steps each day toward your goals. It's not enough to simply learn new concepts. You must apply them. This chapter is focused on the practical tools and strategies that will help you implement what you've learned and stay on track as you continue your journey towards self-mastery. The first and perhaps most important tool in making lasting changes is creating a clear vision of your desired outcomes. Without a clear vision, it's easy to get distracted or lose sight of your goals. A clear vision acts as your roadmap, guiding you through each step of the process. Take some time to reflect on where you want to be in the areas of your mouth, mind, mood, and money. What does success look like for you in each of these areas? What will mastering these elements of your life mean for your overall happiness, relationships, and fulfillment? Start by writing down a detailed vision of what you want to achieve in each of these areas. Be specific. For example, instead of saying, "I want to manage my money better," write, "I will create and stick to a budget that allows me to save 20% of my income each month and eliminate credit card debt within 1 year." The more specific you are, the more real and tangible your goals will become. Having a clear vision gives you the focus you need to stay motivated and measure your progress. Once you have a clear vision, it's time to break it down into actionable steps. Large goals can feel overwhelming, which is why it's crucial to divide them into smaller, manageable tasks. Instead of trying to tackle everything at once, identify the small steps that will lead you toward your vision. For example, if your goal is to improve your communication skills, break it down into actions like practice active listening in my next conversation, read 1 book on communication this month, or attend a workshop on emotional intelligence. Each small step brings you closer to your larger goal and helps you build momentum. Accountability is another critical factor in ensuring that you stay on track and continue to make progress. Without accountability, it's easy to let old habits creep back in. Find ways to hold yourself accountable to your goals, whether it's through tracking your progress, sharing your goals with a friend or mentor, or using a system like habit tracking apps or journaling. Consider enlisting a partner or accountability buddy, someone who can check in on your progress, provide support, and help keep you motivated when challenges arise. It's also important to set aside time each day to reflect on your progress. Reflection allows you to assess what is working, what isn't, and where adjustments need to be made. Take a few minutes each evening to evaluate your actions and thoughts throughout the day. Ask yourself questions like, did I speak with intention today? Was I mindful of my thoughts and emotions? Did I make smart financial decisions? How can I improve tomorrow? This daily check-in helps reinforce your commitment to your goals and allows you to course correct when necessary. In addition to reflection, incorporating daily rituals and habits into your routine will help you stay grounded in your journey. Consistent habits are the building blocks of personal mastery. Whether it's starting each day with a gratitude practice, setting aside time for focused work on your finances, or spending a few minutes meditating to center your thoughts, these daily habits help reinforce your desired outcomes and keep you on track. Over time, these small habits will become ingrained in your routine, making it easier to continue making progress without feeling overwhelmed. Celebrating milestones and small victories along the way is another key element of maintaining momentum. Mastering your mouth, mind, mood, and money is not a destination but a journey, and it's important to celebrate your progress along the way. Whether it's acknowledging a week of consistent budgeting, recognizing the positive changes in your self-talk, or simply reflecting on how you've improved emotionally, taking time to celebrate your wins helps build confidence and reinforces your commitment to your goals. Reward yourself for your hard work, but also be sure to acknowledge the effort and growth that each small step represents. In moments of struggle or setbacks, remember that mastery is not about perfection. It's about progress. There will be times when you slip up or when things don't go according to plan, and that's okay. What matters is your ability to get back on track. Failure is a natural part of the learning process, and each challenge provides an opportunity to grow. Instead of beating yourself up when you fall short of your expectations, use it as an opportunity to reflect, learn, and reframe your approach. Being kind to yourself and giving yourself grace when things don't go perfectly will allow you to bounce back more quickly and stay focused on your long-term goals. Alongside these tools and strategies, it's important to remember that mastery requires patience. We live in a world of instant gratification, but real, lasting change takes time. You may not see immediate results, and that's completely normal. Stay committed to your vision. Continue taking small steps and trust that your efforts will pay off in the long run. As you practice patience, you'll start to notice subtle changes. More control over your words, clearer thoughts, a more stable mood, and a growing sense of financial security. Finally, remember that mastering your mouth, mind, mood, and money is a lifelong pursuit. It's not about achieving perfection, but about creating a life where you are in control. With each day, you have the power to make choices that align with your values and goals. As you continue to practice these tools and strategies, you will unlock your full potential and create a life of intention, purpose, and fulfillment. In the end, personal mastery isn't just about improving one area of your life. It's about creating harmony across all areas. By learning to master your mouth, mind, mood, and money, you lay the foundation for a life that is purposeful, balanced, and empowering. Now that you have the tools and strategies to take action, it's time to begin. The journey starts today. Now that you've learned the fundamental principles behind mastering your mouth, mind, mood, and money, it's time to integrate these lessons into your daily life. The real work begins when you start applying what you've learned and make it part of your routine. The next step is to deepen your commitment to personal growth, refining the skills and practices that will help you maintain control over these 4 key areas. This chapter focuses on how to integrate the concepts from the previous chapters into your life on a long-term basis and create sustainable change. The first aspect of lasting transformation is consistency. Mastery does not come from occasional efforts, but from consistent, everyday practice. Small, consistent actions lead to profound results over time. This is why it's essential to make the practices of mastering your mouth, mind, mood, and money a part of your daily routine. Whether it's taking a few moments in the morning to set your intentions for the day, tracking your spending regularly, or practicing self-reflection each evening, the key to success lies in making these practices habitual. Start by setting up a daily routine that includes intentional actions related to your mouth, mind, mood, and money. Your morning could include affirmations or gratitude practices to set the tone for the day. Throughout the day, remind yourself to speak thoughtfully, stay mindful of your thoughts, and manage your emotions. You can also incorporate daily money practices, such as reviewing your budget, tracking your expenses, or setting financial goals. The more you weave these actions into your daily life, the more natural they will become. One powerful tool to support long-term consistency is tracking your progress. Whether through journaling, habit trackers, or financial spreadsheets, tracking allows you to measure your growth and hold yourself accountable. For example, you might keep a daily journal of your self-talk and interactions with others, noting moments when you were mindful of how you spoke and when you practiced gratitude or reframing. For finances, tracking every expense and income can keep you accountable to your goals and reveal patterns you may need to adjust. Tracking provides insight, reinforces positive habits, and allows you to identify areas that need improvement. The power of reflection cannot be overstated. Reflection is the process of looking back on your actions, thoughts, and feelings with an objective eye. At the end of each day, take time to reflect on how you manage your words, thoughts, emotions, and finances. Did you communicate thoughtfully? Were you able to control your emotions in challenging situations? Did you stick to your budget and financial goals? Reflection gives you the opportunity to assess what worked well and what didn't. It allows you to course correct and improve, making small adjustments for continuous growth. A major part of maintaining long-term progress is the practice of self-compassion. As you work to master your mouth, mind, mood, and money, you will inevitably encounter moments of imperfection. You will make mistakes, experience setbacks, and sometimes fall back into old habits. The key is not to be discouraged by these challenges, but to approach them with kindness and understanding toward yourself. Self-compassion allows you to recognize that growth is a journey, not a destination. When you are kind to yourself, you can learn from your mistakes without being overly critical, and you can continue moving forward with resilience. Another important aspect of lasting change is cultivating a growth mindset. A growth mindset is a belief that your abilities, intelligence, and circumstances can improve over time with effort and learning. When you approach life with a growth mindset, you view challenges as opportunities to grow, rather than as obstacles that limit you. In the context of mastering your mouth, mind, mood, and money, a growth mindset encourages you to keep pushing forward, even when things get tough. Instead of seeing failure as something to fear, you see it as a chance to learn and improve. This mindset not only accelerates personal growth, but also builds resilience and perseverance. It's also crucial to continue seeking knowledge and resources that will support your personal growth. While the strategies in this book are powerful, they are only a starting point. There's always more to learn and new ways to enhance your ability to master your life. Consider reading books, attending workshops, or seeking mentors who can help you grow in specific areas like emotional intelligence, communication, financial planning, or mindset. Continuous learning keeps you engaged and provides fresh insights and tools to deepen your understanding and practice. One key factor in maintaining control over your mouth, mind, mood, and money is developing the ability to say no. Learning to say no is a form of boundary setting, which is essential for personal mastery. By saying no to things that don't align with your values or goals, whether it's unnecessary spending, toxic relationships, or overcommitting to tasks, you free up space for the things that truly matter. Saying no is an act of self-respect, and it empowers you to focus on what is most important, rather than getting distracted by external pressures or influences. Building a support system is another essential piece of the puzzle. As you work toward mastering your life, surround yourself with people who support and inspire you. This could be a mentor who offers guidance, friends who encourage your growth, or a community of like-minded individuals who are also on their own journey of self-mastery. Having people who can hold you accountable, celebrate your wins, and help you through challenges is invaluable. Your support system plays a vital role in your progress and can help keep you motivated when you face difficulties. Lastly, embrace the idea of continual improvement. Mastery is not about reaching a final, static state of perfection. It's about ongoing progress and embracing the journey of growth. Each day is an opportunity to learn more about yourself, refine your skills, and become a better version of who you were yesterday. When you view mastery as a lifelong process, you free yourself from the pressure to be perfect and open yourself up to continuous evolution. As you integrate these practices into your daily life, you will begin to see profound changes in your mouth, mind, mood, and money. Over time, these changes will create a ripple effect that positively impacts every aspect of your life. Your relationships will improve, your financial situation will stabilize and grow, and you will experience greater peace of mind and emotional resilience. Mastery is not about perfect execution, but about intentional growth and a commitment to becoming the best version of yourself. Now that you have the tools, strategies, and mindset to master your mouth, mind, mood, and money, the key to success is taking consistent action. The power is in your hands. By integrating these principles into your daily life, you'll create lasting transformation and a life of purpose, balance, and fulfillment. The journey is ongoing, but with each step, you will move closer to your highest potential. Embrace the process, and remember that every small action you take is a step toward creating the life you desire. At this point, you've learned the core concepts and strategy for mastering your mouth, mind, mood, and money. But as we know, mastery is not a destination. It's a continuous journey. The lessons you've gathered here are tools to guide you, but real change happens when you take action and remain committed to your growth over time. The final chapter in this book is about sustaining your progress and ensuring that your efforts lead to a life of purpose, happiness, and long-term success. In this chapter, we will explore how to maintain the positive changes you've made and continue to grow, no matter the challenges or setbacks you may encounter. Sustaining progress starts with the understanding that growth is a lifelong process. You are constantly evolving, and as you grow, new challenges and opportunities will arise. The key is to stay flexible and adaptable while maintaining a deep sense of commitment to your goals. As you continue to practice the principles of mastering your mouth, mind, mood, and money, you will inevitably encounter moments of difficulty. There will be times when things don't go according to plan, when you fall back into old habits, or when you feel overwhelmed. These moments are part of the journey. They don't define you, and they don't mean you failed. What matters is how you respond. The first principle of sustaining your progress is embracing resilience. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from setbacks, maintain your focus, and keep moving forward, even when faced with adversity. When you encounter challenges, use them as opportunities to grow stronger, rather than seeing setbacks as failures. Shift your perspective to view them as learning experiences. Each time you get back on track, you build mental and emotional strength that will serve you in future challenges. Resilience enables you to persevere when the road gets tough and helps you maintain your momentum over time. Another critical element in sustaining progress is continuing to refine your vision. As you evolve, your goals and desires may shift, and that's perfectly normal. It's important to regularly revisit and refine your vision of what you want to achieve in your mouth, mind, mood, and money. Ask yourself, are my goals still aligned with my current desires and values? Do I need to adjust my path to reflect my growth? Periodically taking time to review and revise your vision ensures that you remain connected to your purpose and continue working toward goals that inspire and fulfill you. This step also helps you course correct when life changes and your priorities shift. Alongside refining your vision, it's important to continue practicing the daily habits that support your personal mastery. The small actions you take every day create the foundation for long-term success. Whether it's speaking with intention, practicing mindfulness, maintaining emotional balance, or staying on top of your finances, consistency is key. Habits like journaling, setting clear goals, budgeting, meditating, or engaging in regular self-reflection may seem small in the moment, but they compound over time and lead to significant change. Even on days when you don't feel motivated or inspired, stick to your routine. You don't have to feel perfect. You just need to show up consistently, and the results will follow. One aspect that can often be overlooked in maintaining progress is the power of celebration. As you achieve milestones along your journey, take time to celebrate your wins. Whether it's paying off a credit card, managing a challenging emotional situation with grace, or improving the way you communicate with others, every victory is a step toward mastery. Acknowledging your accomplishments, no matter how small, helps reinforce positive habits and builds confidence. It reminds you that the work you're doing is leading to real change. Celebration fuels motivation and helps keep you excited about the process. In addition to celebrating your victories, it's also crucial to practice gratitude. Gratitude shifts your focus from what you don't have to what you do have, and this practice will keep you grounded. When you regularly take time to reflect on what you are grateful for, whether it's the progress you've made in your financial goals, the peaceful moments you've experienced, or the positive relationships you've cultivated, you begin to foster an attitude of abundance. Gratitude helps you stay positive and connected to the present moment, which is essential for long-term success and happiness. To sustain your progress, you also need to ensure that you surround yourself with a supportive environment. The people you spend time with can either help or hinder your growth. Seek out relationships that inspire, challenge, and motivate you to be your best self. Surround yourself with individuals who support your journey, whether that's through providing encouragement, offering accountability, or simply being a source of positivity. Being part of a community that shares your values and aspirations can keep you motivated and remind you that you're not alone on your journey. As you continue along your path to mastering your mouth, mind, mood, and money, remember that life will present new challenges. Financial uncertainties, emotional ups and downs, unexpected conflicts, and even moments of doubt are all part of the human experience. What matters is how you respond. Having the tools and mindset to navigate these challenges is what will ultimately help you continue growing. You've built a foundation, and now it's about staying committed to your vision, practicing resilience, and trusting that you have the power to shape your own life. Finally, remember that you have already accomplished so much. The very fact that you're reading this book and actively working toward mastering your mouth, mind, mood, and money shows your dedication to personal growth. You are well on your way to creating the life you desire, and while the journey may not always be easy, it is always worth it. Trust in your ability to stay on course and embrace the process of learning and evolving. Sustaining your progress is about committing to lifelong growth. It's about continuing to apply the principles of self-mastery and integrating them into your daily life. As you keep refining your vision, practicing your habits, and staying resilient through life's challenges, you will continue to evolve into the best version of yourself. The tools and practices you've learned in this book are not just for temporary change. They are designed for lasting transformation. Your journey toward mastering your mouth, mind, mood, and money is ongoing. With each step you take, you are building a life of purpose, fulfillment, and abundance. Keep moving forward. Stay committed to your growth. And trust that with time and consistency, you will continue to create the life you deserve. You are capable, you are powerful, and you have everything you need to master your mouth, mind, mood, and money. Now it's time to take action and make your dreams a reality. As you continue your journey toward mastering your mouth, mind, mood, and money, it's important to recognize that you are now in control of your own transformation. The practices and strategies you've learned in this book are tools that you can use to shape your reality, but ultimately, it's up to you to put them into action. This chapter will provide you with the final pieces of the puzzle, helping you solidify your commitment to these practices and ensuring that the changes you've made become a permanent part of your life. One of the most important elements of sustained success is the ability to adapt. Life is constantly changing, and as you evolve, new challenges and opportunities will arise. Mastery is not about rigidly sticking to a set of rules, but about learning how to adapt your approach to fit your circumstances. You may find that some strategies work better than others at different points in your journey. The key is to stay open and flexible, willing to adjust your methods and tools as needed. Flexibility doesn't mean abandoning your goals. It means being resourceful and finding new ways to achieve them when life presents unexpected challenges. Start by creating a plan for adaptability. Recognize that life will throw curveballs, and be prepared to shift when necessary. This could mean adjusting your financial plan during a tough month, finding new ways to manage your mood during stressful times, or altering your approach to personal growth as you reach new milestones. By preparing yourself to adapt, you ensure that you are always ready to face life's challenges with resilience and creativity. In addition to adaptability, creating long-term sustainability in your journey requires regular self-reflection. This practice ensures that you stay aligned with your goals and consistently evaluate your progress. Set aside time weekly or monthly to check in with yourself. Reflect on how you've been managing your mouth, mind, mood, and money. What has been working well? What areas still need attention? This time of reflection gives you the opportunity to reassess your goals, adjust your strategies, and refine your approach. Keep track of the milestones you've achieved, no matter how small. These are tangible signs of the progress you've made. Celebrate the victories, big or small, because each step forward builds your confidence and reinforces your commitment to the process. Reflecting on your achievements also provides a sense of fulfillment, reminding you of how far you've come and the strength you've gained. Another key factor in maintaining your growth is continually expanding your knowledge. Personal mastery is a lifelong pursuit, and it's essential to keep learning and growing. Whether through books, courses, podcasts, workshops, or conversations with mentors, stay curious. There's always room for improvement, and by investing in your ongoing education, you gain new perspectives and tools that will keep your journey fresh and exciting. As you accumulate more knowledge, your capacity to apply what you've learned expands, and you gain greater insight into the nuances of your growth. While growth is important, it's equally important to recognize the role of rest and balance in the process. Many people make the mistake of pushing themselves too hard in the name of growth. They strive to achieve more, do more, and become more without giving themselves the space to recharge. However, rest is just as essential to personal mastery as taking action. Without sufficient rest, your mind, body, and emotions become fatigued, and you risk burnout. Schedule time for relaxation, reflection, and self-care. This balance will help you maintain your energy and focus for the long term, ensuring that you continue your journey toward mastery with a healthy, sustainable pace. Additionally, focus on the power of community. No one achieves mastery alone. Surround yourself with people who share similar values and goals. Seek out communities, both online and offline, that foster personal growth and accountability. Being part of a supportive community allows you to share your experiences, gain new insights, and stay motivated. A network of like-minded individuals can provide encouragement, advice, and even constructive feedback when needed. Knowing that others are on the same journey can help you feel more connected and less isolated, making the process of self-mastery more enjoyable and fulfilling. Lastly, remember to focus on gratitude throughout this process. Gratitude helps you stay grounded and appreciative of the journey, even during the toughest times. It shifts your mindset from focusing on what's lacking to celebrating what you have and what you've achieved. Make it a habit to practice gratitude every day, even in the midst of challenges. By cultivating gratitude, you maintain a positive mindset that fuels your ongoing success. The road to mastering your mouth, mind, mood, and money is not linear. It's full of ups and downs, victories, and setbacks. But through it all, remember that your journey is unique, and the only requirement for success is your continued commitment to growth and progress. Every day offers you a new opportunity to take one more step toward creating the life you want. And with each step, you are building the foundation for a life of purpose, fulfillment, and success. At this stage, you have everything you need to continue your journey. You have the tools, the strategies, and the mindset to master your mouth, mind, mood, and money. It's time to put them into action and make them a permanent part of your life. With dedication, patience, and a willingness to adapt, you will unlock the power to create the life you've always desired. The transformation has already begun. Now it's time to embrace it fully and continue moving forward. Congratulations on taking the first step toward personal mastery. The journey may be challenging at times, but the rewards are more than worth it. Now is the time to take action, stay committed, and enjoy the beautiful process of mastering every aspect of your life. You are capable, you are powerful, and you have everything it takes to live the life of your dreams. The next chapter of your journey begins today. As you move forward with mastering your mouth, mind, mood, and money, it's essential to recognize that the journey of self-mastery is not just about achieving specific goals. It's about evolving into the best version of yourself. The tools and strategies you've learned in this book are just the beginning. Personal growth and transformation are ongoing processes, and each day offers you a fresh opportunity to continue refining and strengthening your mastery over these 4 key areas. This chapter is about sustaining and reinforcing your commitment to the principles of self-mastery. Now that you have a solid foundation, the focus will be on how to integrate these practices into your life and create lasting change. By making these habits a part of your lifestyle, you ensure that the progress you make continues to build momentum and leads to lasting transformation. The first thing to understand is that change doesn't happen in a vacuum. Your environment plays a significant role in shaping your behaviors, mindset, and overall success. If you want to master your mouth, mind, mood, and money, you need to create an environment that supports these goals. This means surrounding yourself with people, resources, and spaces that align with the changes you are striving to make. Whether it's a supportive group of friends, an inspiring mentor, or a workspace that fosters productivity, your environment has a powerful influence on your ability to succeed. Start by evaluating your current environment and identifying areas that may be holding you back. Are you surrounded by people who uplift and encourage you, or do some of your relationships drain your energy and bring negativity into your life? Are there habits in your environment, such as clutter or distractions, that prevent you from staying focused on your goals? Are there any financial patterns or emotional triggers that affect your mood or spending habits? Take time to assess your surroundings and make adjustments where necessary. Creating an environment that supports your growth is one of the most effective ways to ensure lasting change. Alongside creating a positive environment, it's crucial to keep your mindset sharp. The thoughts you think will always shape the way you act and the life you create. To maintain progress, you need to continually work on developing a growth mindset. A growth mindset is a belief that you can improve, learn, and grow over time. When you face obstacles or setbacks, a growth mindset allows you to view them as opportunities to learn rather than as barriers to your success. By maintaining this mindset, you'll stay motivated and focused on your goals, no matter the challenges you may face along the way. To reinforce a growth mindset, make a habit of reflecting on your progress regularly. As you review your goals and the steps you've taken toward achieving them, notice how far you've come. Reflecting on your achievements, no matter how small, reminds you of your capability and resilience. It also allows you to see how much you have grown, which strengthens your belief in your ability to continue evolving. Another essential practice for sustaining your progress is accountability. Mastering your mouth, mind, mood, and money requires discipline and dedication. To stay on track, it's helpful to have someone, whether a mentor, a coach, or an accountability partner, who can support you in your journey. Sharing your goals with someone who holds you accountable ensures that you stay focused and committed, even when distractions or setbacks arise. Accountability can take many forms. Checking in with someone regularly, joining a group that shares similar goals, or using tracking tools to monitor your progress. Find the form of accountability that works best for you and make it a regular part of your routine. Equally important is the practice of self-compassion. Along the way, there will be moments when you feel discouraged or when things don't go as planned. It's easy to fall into self-criticism or perfectionism, but these thoughts can quickly derail your progress. Instead, practice self-compassion. Treat yourself with kindness, just as you would a friend. Recognize that setbacks are part of the learning process, and instead of beating yourself up, take time to understand what you can learn from the experience. Practicing self-compassion ensures that you don't let mistakes or challenges define your journey, and instead, you approach each experience as an opportunity to grow. Mastering your mouth, mind, mood, and money also requires ongoing learning and adaptation. As you continue to practice the strategies outlined in this book, look for new ways to deepen your understanding and expand your knowledge. Personal growth is not a one-time effort, but a continual process. Whether it's reading more books on personal development, attending workshops, or engaging in conversations with others who are also on a growth journey, commit to lifelong learning. This not only helps you refine your skills, but also keeps you inspired and motivated as you continue working toward your goals. One of the most powerful tools for sustaining change is habit formation. Small, consistent habits have the power to create lasting transformation. Whether it's setting aside time each day for self-reflection, budgeting regularly, practicing mindfulness, or speaking with intention, these small actions compound over time and lead to significant shifts in your behavior and mindset. Choose habits that align with your goals and make them non-negotiable parts of your routine. It's through the repetition of positive actions that lasting change occurs. At this stage of your journey toward mastering your mouth, mind, mood, and money, it's important to remember that self-mastery is not an isolated pursuit. It is a holistic journey that touches every area of your life and radiates out to influence your relationships, career, health, and overall sense of fulfillment. Now that you've explored the strategies, tools, and practices that can help you grow, this chapter focuses on creating a life of alignment and harmony so that everything you've learned becomes a lasting, integral part of who you are. True self-mastery is about finding balance, not just within the individual pillars of your mouth, mind, mood, and money, but in the way they all interact with each other. As you've seen, these four elements are deeply interconnected. A shift in one area can influence the others, and it's this interplay that can propel you toward lasting growth. Achieving balance in all of these areas will not only improve your personal development, but will also create a ripple effect, impacting your environment, relationships, and overall quality of life. First and foremost, it's important to acknowledge that personal mastery is not about achieving a perfect balance, but rather learning how to harmonize these areas as you move through life. There will be times when one area requires more focus than another, and that's okay. The key is being mindful of your needs at any given moment and knowing how to recalibrate when things start to feel out of alignment. For example, if you've been focused heavily on managing your finances and neglecting your emotional well-being, it might be time to prioritize your mood and self-care for a while. Likewise, if your relationships are demanding your attention, it may be a signal to adjust your mental focus so that you can be present and engaged in those connections. To achieve this sense of balance, start by setting clear intentions for each of the four areas. Consider how they align with your core values and long-term vision for your life. For example, how do your financial goals align with your values around freedom, security, or generosity? How does the way you communicate with others reflect your deeper desire for connection and understanding? When your intentions are aligned with your values, you create a stronger sense of purpose and direction. This alignment keeps you focused on what truly matters and helps you avoid distractions that might pull you off course. Alongside setting clear intentions, it's important to stay open to continuous growth and evolution. As you move through different stages of life, your priorities may shift, and so should your practices. Self-mastery isn't a static achievement. It's a dynamic process. New opportunities, challenges, and experiences will arise, and your ability to adapt to these changes will determine how well you maintain your growth. Embrace the idea that mastery is a journey, not a final destination, and allow yourself the freedom to change and grow as circumstances evolve. Creating a harmonious life also requires learning how to integrate mindfulness into everything you do. Mindfulness is the practice of being present and fully engaged in the moment. It involves being aware of your thoughts, feelings, and actions without judgment. When you apply mindfulness to the mastery of your mouth, mind, mood, and money, you gain greater clarity and control. For instance, when speaking to others, mindfulness allows you to listen more intently, respond more thoughtfully, and avoid reacting impulsively. In your financial life, mindfulness helps you make conscious choices about spending, saving, and investing. In your emotional world, it allows you to recognize your feelings without being controlled by them. Mindfulness also allows you to be aware of how your emotions and thoughts influence your behavior. For example, if you're feeling anxious about money, this emotional state might lead to impulsive spending or avoiding your finances altogether. However, if you're mindful of your feelings, you can recognize anxiety for what it is and choose a more rational, measured response. The more you practice mindfulness in each of the 4 areas of self-mastery, the easier it becomes to make conscious choices that support your long-term well-being. Another important aspect of creating harmony in your life is managing stress effectively. Stress is an inevitable part of life, but how you respond to it can make all the difference. Learning to manage stress ensures that it doesn't overwhelm you and derail your progress. Incorporating stress reduction practices, such as deep breathing, meditation, physical activity, or journaling into your routine, can help you stay grounded when things feel overwhelming. Stress management is especially crucial when navigating difficult financial situations or emotional challenges. The ability to remain calm, clear-headed, and focused in stressful moments is a key component of self-mastery. As you move forward in your journey, it's also important to stay connected to your why. Your deeper purpose is a driving force that helps you navigate challenges and stay committed to your goals. When you lose sight of your why, it's easy to become distracted, discouraged, or disconnected from your true desires. Take time regularly to reconnect with your purpose, whether through meditation, journaling, or simply taking a moment of reflection. This connection will keep you motivated, energized, and aligned with your goals. Self-mastery is also about taking responsibility for your life. This means acknowledging that you have the power to shape your reality and taking ownership of your actions, decisions, and outcomes. When you fully embrace responsibility, you shift from a mindset of victimhood to one of empowerment. Instead of blaming external circumstances for your struggles, you recognize that you have the tools and resources to create the life you want. This mindset shift is crucial to achieving lasting success and fulfillment. Lastly, as you work toward creating harmony in all areas of your life, remember the importance of self-compassion. Perfection is not the goal. Life is a series of ebbs and flows, and self-mastery is not about eliminating all obstacles or challenges. It's about developing the resilience to keep going despite them. When you make mistakes or encounter setbacks, treat yourself with kindness. Understand that growth is not linear, and that each misstep is an opportunity to learn and evolve. Self-compassion allows you to keep moving forward with confidence and optimism, even when things don't go perfectly. Creating harmony in your life by mastering your mouth, mind, mood, and money is an ongoing process that requires dedication, awareness, and patience. It's about finding balance, adapting to change, and making intentional choices that align with your values and vision. The more you practice these principles, the more they will become ingrained in your daily life. And as you continue on this journey, you will begin to experience a deeper sense of fulfillment, peace, and success in every aspect of your life. In the end, mastering your mouth, mind, mood, and money is not about perfection. It's about progress. It's about making conscious, empowered decisions that help you create the life you desire. By staying focused, adaptable, and compassionate with yourself, you can achieve lasting transformation and create a life that is harmonious, abundant, and fulfilling. As you move forward on your journey of mastering your mouth, mind, mood, and money, it's essential to recognize that true mastery is about cultivating not just success, but a deep sense of fulfillment and well-being. The ultimate goal is to live a life that is aligned with your values, aspirations, and authentic self. In this final chapter, we will explore how to sustain and elevate your personal growth so that you continue to evolve, adapt, and thrive in all aspects of your life. One of the most powerful tools for sustaining personal mastery is to focus on your mindset. As you continue to grow and evolve, your mindset will be the lens through which you interpret and respond to the world around you. A mindset of abundance, growth, and possibility will serve as a foundation for everything you do. If you maintain a positive and resilient mindset, you can overcome obstacles, learn from challenges, and remain focused on your goals, no matter how difficult the path may seem at times. A crucial part of maintaining a growth mindset is to embrace the idea that learning never stops. Personal growth is a continual journey, and as you reach new milestones, new challenges and opportunities will emerge. Embrace the process of becoming more self-aware, more conscious of your actions and decisions, and more aligned with your purpose. Every day is an opportunity to learn and refine your approach to life. By remaining curious, open, and willing to evolve, you will continue to expand your potential and achieve greater success in all areas of your life. At the same time, it's important to acknowledge that mastery requires patience and perseverance. Progress may not always be linear. You might face setbacks, moments of doubt, or times when you feel like you're not making the progress you expected. These moments are a natural part of the journey. What matters is your ability to stay committed, even when progress feels slow or difficult. Cultivate patience with yourself and trust that, with consistent effort, you will continue to move closer to your goals. Another important aspect of sustaining your growth is prioritizing self-care. As you focus on mastering your mouth, mind, mood, and money, don't neglect your physical, emotional, and mental well-being. Self-care is not a luxury. It is an essential practice that allows you to show up as your best self in every area of your life. Take time to nourish your body with healthy food, exercise, and rest. Practice mindfulness and stress reduction techniques to manage anxiety and maintain mental clarity. Engage in activities that bring you joy, relaxation, and fulfillment. When you care for yourself, you are better able to take care of others, pursue your goals, and handle the challenges that come your way. Along with self-care, it's important to stay connected to your support system. Surround yourself with people who inspire and uplift you. Relationships play a vital role in personal growth, providing encouragement, perspective, and accountability. Cultivate connections with those who support your aspirations and challenge you to be your best self. Seek out communities that align with your values and interests. Whether through friends, mentors, or online groups, being part of a supportive community can help you stay motivated and inspired, especially when you face obstacles or need guidance. As you continue to progress, take time to celebrate your successes. Acknowledging and celebrating your achievements, no matter how small, reinforces the positive changes you've made and keeps you motivated. Celebrations can be as simple as reflecting on your accomplishments at the end of the week, rewarding yourself with something meaningful, or sharing your victories with others. Recognizing your growth reminds you that the work you're doing is leading to real, tangible results, and it encourages you to keep pushing forward. In addition to celebrating your personal wins, remember that giving back is an important part of the mastery process. As you achieve success in mastering your mouth, mind, mood, and money, consider how you can contribute to the growth and well-being of others. Sharing your knowledge, offering support to others, or giving your time and resources to meaningful causes can enrich your life and deepen your sense of fulfillment. Contributing to the greater good brings a sense of purpose and creates a cycle of abundance that extends beyond your own journey. Throughout all of this, continue to revisit and refine your vision. Your vision is your compass. It guides you toward your goals and helps you make decisions that align with your values and purpose. However, as you grow and evolve, your vision may shift or expand. This is natural. Regularly assess your goals, values, and priorities to ensure that they are still aligned with the person you are becoming. By doing so, you ensure that your efforts are always directed toward what truly matters, helping you stay focused and inspired on your path to mastery. One of the most empowering aspects of personal growth is realizing that you are the creator of your own life. You have the power to shape your reality, choose your actions, and determine the direction you want your life to take. This realization gives you the freedom to make intentional choices that align with your goals and values. Trust in your ability to create the life you desire. With each step you take, you build confidence and self-trust, and your sense of empowerment grows. Ultimately, true mastery is about creating a life that is not only successful, but deeply meaningful. It's about becoming the person you've always wanted to be, living in alignment with your values, and contributing to the world in a positive way. As you continue to master your mouth, mind, mood, and money, remember that the journey itself is just as important as the destination. Every challenge, every success, and every lesson along the way contributes to your growth and development. Now, as you move forward in your journey of personal mastery, continue to embrace the process of growth. Stay connected to your vision and practice the tools and principles you've learned. Remember that personal mastery is a lifelong journey, a journey that is full of learning, transformation, and self-discovery. With dedication, patience, and an unwavering commitment to your growth, you will continue to evolve, adapt, and thrive in every aspect of your life. The journey of mastering your mouth, mind, mood, and money is not about perfection. It's about progress, resilience, and the willingness to keep growing. As you move forward, remember that you have everything you need to create the life you desire. Keep taking action, stay committed, and trust in the process. Your journey toward mastery has only just begun, and the best is yet to come. As you continue your journey toward mastering your mouth, mind, mood, and money, remember that the pursuit of self-mastery is an ongoing, evolving process. Every day presents new opportunities to refine, improve, and strengthen your practice. At this point, you've built a solid foundation, but to sustain and amplify the progress you've made, it's crucial to continue nurturing the habits, mindset, and routines that will support your growth. This final section is dedicated to helping you maintain momentum as you move forward on your path. It's about solidifying your commitment to the principles you've learned and ensuring that they become deeply embedded in your life, so that the transformation you've begun continues to unfold over time. One of the most important elements of sustaining your growth is creating an intentional space for reflection and recalibration. As life constantly shifts, it's easy to get swept away by new challenges, distractions, and external pressures. Regularly taking time to step back and reflect on your progress allows you to stay focused and intentional about your personal growth. Make a habit to set aside time, whether weekly or monthly, to evaluate your current practices, goals, and mindset. During your reflection time, ask yourself some powerful questions. Have I been mindful of how I speak to myself and others? How well have I been managing my thoughts and emotions? What areas of my financial life need more attention? Where can I improve my mindset or behavior to better align with my vision for the future? Reflecting in this way will help you identify areas where you've grown and areas where you may need to adjust. It also helps keep you accountable and reinforces your sense of purpose. Next, embrace the idea of incremental improvements. Growth doesn't require massive, sweeping changes overnight. Rather, it's the small, consistent efforts over time that lead to big results. By breaking down your goals into manageable, bite-sized tasks, you make steady progress without feeling overwhelmed. Every small step you take, whether it's choosing more positive words, taking control of your finances, or practicing mindfulness, adds up and creates compound results. Instead of overwhelming yourself with grand ambitions, focus on making one improvement at a time. Perhaps your next step is practicing self-compassion when you face setbacks, or developing a deeper understanding of your emotional triggers. Small actions, repeated regularly, make the transformation feel less daunting and more sustainable. Each time you integrate one small change, you are gradually reshaping your habits and mindset. Building on the idea of incremental improvement, it's crucial to continue nurturing your resilience. The journey to mastery requires the ability to bounce back from setbacks, learn from challenges, and adapt when things don't go according to plan. Resilience is about having the emotional strength to keep moving forward, even when faced with adversity. It's about understanding that mistakes are a natural part of growth and not allowing them to define your journey. In times of difficulty or discouragement, practice self-compassion and remind yourself that you're capable of overcoming challenges. A resilient mindset means viewing obstacles as opportunity for growth and embracing the idea that with every setback comes opportunity to learn, improve, and continue moving forward. Cultivate a mindset that welcomes challenges, knowing that they are essential parts of the path to mastery. Another key factor in sustaining progress is the practice of gratitude. Gratitude is an immensely powerful tool that shifts your focus for what you lack to what you already have. It rewires your brain to notice and appreciate the abundance in your life, which in turn attracts more positivity and success. Make gratitude a consistent practice, whether it's by keeping a daily gratitude journal or taking a moment each day to mentally acknowledge what you are thankful for. By appreciating the progress you've made and the blessings already present in your life, you reinforce a positive mindset that supports ongoing growth. Celebrate your achievements, no matter how small. Every step forward is a victory, and recognizing your progress reinforces your commitment to the journey. Celebrating your wins helps you stay motivated, boosts your self-esteem, and makes the process feel more rewarding. The more you celebrate, the more you create a positive feedback loop that encourages you to keep going. Alongside celebrating your successes, remember to stay flexible and adaptable. Life doesn't always unfold as planned, and there will inevitably be moments when you need to recalibrate. Some days will be easier than others, and some goals may require more time and effort than expected. Allow yourself the grace to adjust when necessary, and don't be afraid to revisit your strategies or goals if they no longer align with your values or vision. Life is about evolution, and you have the power to adapt, refine, and reimagine your path at any time. One final practice that can support your long-term success is the power of consistency. Consistency is the foundation of transformation. The more regularly you practice the habits that support your mouth, mind, mood, and money, the more they become ingrained in your daily routine. Whether it's speaking with mindfulness, managing your thoughts, practicing gratitude, or maintaining financial discipline, consistency ensures that these actions become second nature. Remember, consistency is not about perfection. It's about showing up every day and committing to small actions that lead to meaningful results. Stay committed to your growth, even on days when it feels challenging or when you don't see immediate results. Over time, your consistent efforts will pay off, and you'll begin to experience profound shifts in your life. As you continue on your journey of personal mastery, remember that you have everything you need within you to create the life you desire. The tools and practices you've learned are powerful, but the true key to success lies in your willingness to take action, stay committed, and evolve. Your journey toward mastering your mouth, mind, mood, and money is not about achieving perfection. It's about continual progress, growth, and alignment with your highest purpose. You have the power to shape your reality, make empowered choices, and create the life you've always dreamed of. The best part is that the process of personal growth is a lifelong adventure, one that offers endless opportunities for learning, transformation, and fulfillment. The journey of mastering your mouth, mind, mood, and money is just the beginning. Keep moving forward with intention. Stay adaptable, celebrate your wins, and remain committed to your growth. With every step you take, you are building a life of purpose, balance, and lasting success. Now, take a moment to pause and reflect on all that you have learned. You've already begun to master the key areas of your life. As you move forward, remember, you are capable, you are powerful, and your journey toward mastery is boundless. As you move forward in mastering your mouth, mind, mood, and money, remember that the most powerful step in any journey is the one you take next. By embracing the concepts and strategies you've learned so far, you have already set yourself on a path of transformation. But mastery isn't about completing one stage and moving on. It's about creating a rhythm of growth that continuously nurtures your success, happiness, and fulfillment. This next chapter focuses on reinforcing the practices you've learned and creating a lasting impact in your life. The process of mastering your mouth, mind, mood, and money is not just about acquiring tools and techniques. It's about making them your way of being, infusing your everyday actions, thoughts, and habits with intention, focus, and alignment. To start, commit yourself to long-term practice. It's easy to feel excited and motivated in the early stages, but lasting change happens when you make these practices a consistent part of your daily routine. Set up a system that allows for daily engagement with these principles. Whether it's through morning rituals, mindful check-ins throughout the day, or evening reflections, create a structure that integrates your commitment to mastery. For example, start each day with a moment of mindfulness. This would be a few minutes of meditation, breathing exercises, or simply taking a moment to express gratitude. By starting your day with intention, you create a powerful foundation for the rest of the day. Similarly, as your day comes to a close, reflect on how well you manage your emotions, words, finances, and mindset. What worked? What didn't? How can you improve tomorrow? This practice of continuous self-reflection will deepen your self-awareness and help you stay on track. Another way to solidify your commitment to personal mastery is by setting clear, actionable goals. These should be specific and measurable, so you can track your progress over time. Break your long-term goals into smaller, manageable steps and focus on one area at a time. Perhaps you want to improve your communication skills or save a specific amount of money. Create a clear roadmap for each goal and track your progress regularly. The more you break down large objectives into actionable steps, the easier it becomes to stay focused and motivated. It's important to remember that growth is not linear. There will be times when it feels like you're taking 2 steps forward and 1 step back, and that's okay. Life presents unexpected challenges, but your ability to stay committed and adaptable is what will propel you forward. Every setback is an opportunity to learn and adjust. When you encounter obstacles, don't view them as failures. See them as stepping stones to your success. Keep a growth mindset and allow yourself the grace to evolve with each experience. Stay connected to your support system. As you work toward mastery, surround yourself with people who uplift you, challenge you, and encourage your growth. Whether it's friends, family, mentors, or like-minded communities, having a support system will keep you motivated and help you stay accountable. Share your goals and progress with trusted individuals who can offer guidance and feedback. Their insights can provide clarity, and their encouragement can keep you going when the road gets tough. But beyond your external support system, recognize that your internal support system, the way you speak to yourself, the way you nurture your thoughts and emotions, is just as crucial. Be your own biggest advocate. Celebrate your successes. Forgive yourself when you make mistakes, and always remind yourself that you are worthy of success. Positive self-talk is an essential tool in staying motivated and maintaining your growth. Whenever you encounter self-doubt, replace it with affirmations that empower you and reinforce your belief in yourself. In addition to staying committed and surrounding yourself with support, make sure to keep your energy aligned with your intentions. Everything in your life, the people you interact with, the environments you inhabit, and the media you consume affects your energy and mindset. Take stock of the things, places, and people that energize you versus those that drain you. You have the power to choose where you invest your time and energy. Make decisions that align with the highest version of yourself and reinforce your goals for mastery. One powerful practice to keep your energy aligned is through the law of attraction. Visualize the life you want to create and keep your thoughts and feelings aligned with that vision. When you align your energy with your desires, you draw opportunities, people, and experiences that match your intentions. Create a vision board, journal about your dreams, or simply practice visualizing your future success daily. When you consistently focus on your goals with positive intention, you not only reinforce them but also attract the resources and circumstances needed to manifest your vision. Finally, understand that true mastery is not just about achieving your goals, but about living a life of balance, harmony, and fulfillment. Your mouth, mind, mood, and money are simply vehicles through which you can create the life you want. But the ultimate aim is to align these 4 areas with your deeper purpose and values. As you continue to master these elements, don't forget to take a moment of pause and reflection to acknowledge the progress you've made and to appreciate the journey. Mastery isn't about perfection. It's about consistent improvement and the dedication to becoming the best version of yourself day by day. So, continue practicing the principles you've learned. Keep refining your goals and trust the process. You're on a path of continual growth, and every step you take toward mastering your mouth, mind, mood, and money brings you closer to creating a life filled with purpose, abundance, and lasting success. As you continue on your path of mastering your mouth, mind, mood, and money, it's essential to remember that personal growth is not about reaching a final destination, but about embracing continuous evolution of yourself. The changes you've made, the lessons you've learned, and the practices you've integrated into your life will create a ripple effect, shaping every aspect of who you are and how you experience the world. This chapter is about solidifying the foundation you created and reinforcing the mindset and habits that will help you sustain long-term success. Now that you have a clearer understanding of how to take control of these 4 key areas, it's time to elevate them and make them a consistent part of your everyday life. It's time to take the steps that will allow you to grow even further, breaking through old patterns and moving toward a life of true mastery. Embrace life as a learning journey. The first step in solidifying your personal growth is to embrace the idea that life is a constant learning journey. Mastery in any area of life requires a deep commitment to ongoing learning and development. This means being open to new information, perspectives, and ideas while continuously evolving your approach to your goals. It's important to keep reading, practicing, and learning, but also to keep testing and experimenting with the new practices you've integrated into your life. Every day offers a fresh opportunity to learn something new about yourself and the world around you. Whether it's through reading books, attending seminars, engaging in conversations with others, or simply reflecting on your experiences, make learning a daily habit. Stay curious and open to the lessons life has to offer. Learning is what keeps the journey alive and helps you build on the foundation you've already created. Adapt and grow through challenges. As you continue mastering your mouth, mind, mood, and money, expect that challenges will arise. These challenges may not always look like failures, but rather like opportunities to refine and elevate the skills you've been building. The journey of self-mastery is not linear, and obstacles will inevitably come your way. But instead of seeing these challenges as setbacks, view them as opportunity for growth. When you encounter difficulties, ask yourself, what can I learn from this experience? How can I grow from it? This shift in perspective turns every challenge into an opportunity to apply your new skills, test your resilience, and reinforce your commitment to mastery. The stronger your mindset and attitude toward obstacles, the more empowered you will feel when it comes time to face them. Moreover, it's important to not just focus on external challenges, but to recognize the internal struggles that may arise, such as self-doubt, negative thinking, or emotional reactions. When these internal struggles come up, acknowledge them and use the tools you've learned to regain control. Whether it's practicing mindfulness, reframing negative thoughts, or speaking positively to yourself, always return to the methods that keep you grounded, focused, and resilient. Set new, higher goals. As you begin to master your mouth, mind, mood, and money, it's important to set new goals that challenge you to go beyond your current limitations. Growth comes from pushing yourself to new heights. Once you've achieved a certain level of success in these 4 key areas, ask yourself, what is the next level of mastery for me? For instance, if you've mastered budgeting and saving money, your next goal might be to focus on investing or building multiple streams of income. If you've improved your communication skills with others, perhaps you can now focus on becoming an exceptional listener or mastering nonverbal communication. If you've gained more control over your emotions, you might now challenge yourself to cultivate a sense of emotional intelligence that allows you to connect with others on a deeper level. Setting new, higher goals will help you maintain momentum and ensure that you continue evolving. Mastery doesn't stop after achieving a goal. Rather, each achievement opens a door to a new challenge, a new opportunity for growth. So, always be looking for ways to challenge yourself and push the boundaries of what you thought was possible. Celebrate your progress. Amidst the hard work and dedication, it's easy to overlook the progress you've made. Yet, celebrating your successes is one of the most powerful ways to reinforce your commitment to your goals. Take time to recognize and celebrate the victories, big or small, that you've experienced along the way. Reflecting on how far you've come boosts your motivation and reminds you that your efforts are paying off. Celebration doesn't need to be extravagant. It can be as simple as acknowledging your growth or treating yourself to something meaningful. Celebrating your progress also helps you recognize patterns of success and encourages you to continue pushing forward. It's an opportunity to express gratitude for how far you've come and to inspire yourself to keep reaching for greater heights. Practice patience. As you work toward mastering your mouth, mind, mood, and money, remember that transformation takes time. Success doesn't happen overnight, and the journey of personal mastery is ongoing. Cultivate patience with yourself and trust that, over time, the consistent effort you're putting in will lead to profound changes. Patience doesn't mean complacency. It means recognizing that growth is a gradual process. Be patient with the small steps you're taking, knowing that each action you take is building a stronger foundation for future. Trust the process and allow yourself to appreciate the moments of growth along the way, rather than rushing toward the end goal. When you practice patience, you allow your transformation to unfold in its own time, while continuing to make steady progress. Integrate the principles into your daily life. True mastery comes from making the principles you've learned a permanent part of your daily routine. It's not enough to practice mindfulness, self-control, or financial discipline just on occasion. The key to long-term success is integrating these practices into your life so that they become second nature. This requires commitment. It requires showing up every day, even on the days when you feel like giving up or when life gets challenging. Whether it's speaking with intention, staying mindful of your finances, or practicing emotional regulation, the more you consistently apply these principles, the more they will become a natural part of who you are. Start by identifying the areas of your life where you want to experience the most growth, and commit to integrating the tools and techniques you've learned into these areas. Create small rituals that help you stay grounded and focused, such as reviewing your finances once a week or setting aside time each day for reflection. The more you make these practices a part of your life, the more your personal mastery will continue to grow. Never stop evolving. Ultimately, personal mastery is about continuous evolution. It's not about achieving perfection. It's about always striving to be better, learning from your mistakes, and celebrating your growth. Each day is an opportunity to improve, and with each challenge you face, you gain new insights into yourself and your potential. As you continue on your journey of mastering your mouth, mind, mood, and money, it's important to recognize that growth is an ongoing process. Every step you take, no matter how small, contributes to the larger transformation. The journey of self-mastery is not a destination to be reached, but a continuous evolution. Each day offers new opportunities for you to refine, improve, and deepen your understanding of yourself and the world around you. Consistency is key. True transformation doesn't come from occasional bursts of effort. It comes from integrating your practices into your daily routine. Every small action you take, every habit you form, is a step closer to making these practices an intrinsic part of who you are. The more you practice, the more these skills will become second nature, and they will lead to significant and lasting changes. Whether it's speaking with mindfulness, managing your emotions more effectively, or maintaining control over your finances, these practices, repeated consistently, will shape your future. Along with consistency, flexibility is also crucial. Life is unpredictable, and as you continue growing, you will face new challenges, distractions, and opportunities. Mastery is not about perfection or rigid adherence to a plan. It's about adapting to the circumstances while staying true to your core principles. Be open to adjusting your methods as you go, experimenting with new techniques, and being willing to refine your approach based on what works best for you at any given time. Life requires us to evolve, and part of mastering ourselves is learning how to adapt with grace and confidence. Taking time to reflect on your progress is another vital aspect of sustained growth. Regular self-reflection allows you to evaluate your goals, your habits, and your achievements. It gives you the space to acknowledge your progress, identify areas that need attention, and recalibrate your strategies if necessary. Reflecting on your journey helps you stay grounded in your purpose, giving you the clarity to move forward with confidence. It's easy to get caught up in the hustle of life, but pausing to appreciate how far you've come can reinvigorate your commitment and remind you of your strength and resilience. The importance of setting new goals can't be overstated. Once you reach a milestone, take the time to challenge yourself with a new goal that stretches you further. Growth comes when you push yourself beyond your comfort zone. Whether it's mastering a new skill, setting a more ambitious financial target, or developing deeper emotional intelligence, consistently raising the bar helps you stay motivated and continually evolve. This ongoing challenge will keep you focused and driven, ensuring that the process of self-mastery remains exciting and fulfilling. Celebrating your achievements is just as important as setting new goals. It's easy to overlook how much progress you've made, especially when you're focused on the next step. However, taking a moment to recognize your success, whether big or small, helps reinforce positive behavior and creates a sense of accomplishment. Every victory, no matter how minor it may seem, is a testament to your commitment and growth. Acknowledging your progress not only boosts your motivation, but also helps you stay grounded and connected to your vision. When setbacks occur, as they inevitably will, remember to practice self-compassion. It's easy to become frustrated or disheartened when things don't go according to plan, but this is when you need kindness and patience the most. Treat yourself with the same understanding you would offer to a friend in a similar situation. Self-compassion allows you to view setbacks as learning experiences rather than failures. With this mindset, you will bounce back more quickly, better equipped to face the challenges ahead. As you move forward, continue to stay connected to your support system. Having people who understand your goals and encourage your growth is invaluable. Whether it's friends, family, mentors, or online communities, a strong support network can provide perspective, accountability, and motivation. Share your goals and progress with those who inspire and challenge you. Likewise, don't forget to offer your support to others who are on their own paths of growth. When you uplift others, you reinforce your own journey and create a sense of shared purpose. Lastly, always return to your deeper purpose. The reasons why you began this journey are the heart of your growth. Whether it's to create a life of abundance, build stronger relationships, or simply feel more in control of your life, staying connected to your why will keep you focused and motivated. Periodically check in with yourself to ensure your goals are still aligned with your values. Your purpose will guide you, remind you of the bigger picture, and help you stay grounded when challenges arise. Mastery is not about perfection or an end goal. It's about the continual process of growth, learning, and becoming. Each moment offers an opportunity to deepen your understanding of yourself and the world around you. Embrace this journey with openness, patience, and gratitude, knowing that every step forward brings you closer to the person you want to become. Keep practicing the habits that have served you well. Remain open to growth and change, and continue moving forward with purpose and confidence. The best is yet to come. As you move forward with mastering your mouth, mind, mood, and money, it's important to remember that this journey is an ongoing process. True transformation happens over time, and while you may feel the impact of your efforts in the short term, the real, lasting changes will unfold gradually as you continue to apply the principles you've learned. This chapter focuses on creating a sense of sustainability in your personal growth. By now, you've gained insights into the key areas of your life that need attention and development, and you've started implementing practices that support mastery in each of these areas. But the challenge and the beauty lies in maintaining that growth and making it a natural, integrated part of your daily life. In this next phase, you'll refine your habits, reinforce your mindset, and solidify the changes you've made. First, understand that growth doesn't happen in a vacuum. It needs structure. Setting up consistent routines that include moments for reflection, mindfulness, and action will help maintain the changes you've made. Mastery is not a one-time achievement, but an ongoing series of practices that lead to continuous development. The more you commit to these routines, the more your habits will become ingrained in your lifestyle. One of the most powerful ways to sustain your growth is to track your progress. Journaling your thoughts, feelings, and actions every day can help you identify patterns, acknowledge successes, and spot areas that need attention. It doesn't have to be an elaborate process. Simply writing down key reflections each day will allow you to measure your progress and remind you of how far you've come. The act of writing helps clarify your thoughts and gives you the opportunity to process your emotions. It also provides a sense of accountability, keeping you focused on your goals and helping you maintain a steady path forward. Equally important is the need to revisit your goals regularly. As you grow, your goals may evolve, and that's okay. In fact, it's a natural part of the process. Reevaluate your goals at set intervals, whether that's monthly, quarterly, or annually, and make adjustments as needed. This will help you stay aligned with your current values and aspirations, ensuring that your actions remain purposeful and intentional. Checking in on your goals allows you to measure progress, course correct if necessary, and give yourself credit for what you've achieved. Another vital practice for sustaining your growth is maintaining a sense of self-compassion. As you strive for mastery, it's important to be kind to yourself when you fall short or encounter obstacles. Mistakes and setbacks are inevitable, but they don't define you. When you approach yourself with compassion and understanding, You empower yourself to learn from the experience rather than criticize yourself. Self-compassion fosters resilience, helping you bounce back stronger and more determined after each challenge. It also ensures that your journey remains filled with positive energy rather than self-doubt. In addition, patience is essential to lasting progress. Growth doesn't always happen quickly, and expecting instant results can lead to frustration and discouragement. Trust that the work you're doing is slowly but surely leading to the results you desire. Stay patient with yourself as you continue to refine your approach, and remember that the more consistently you practice the principles of mastery, the greater the cumulative effect will be. Building and maintaining strong habits is crucial to ensuring that your progress is sustainable. It's easy to start strong, but consistency is what makes the difference in the long run. Make a habit of reviewing your goals, reflecting on your achievements, and adjusting your approach as needed, whether it's a daily gratitude practice, regular budgeting, or committing to mindful communication. These habits will keep you aligned with your objectives and help you stay on track. Another important part of sustainability is ensuring that your efforts don't drain you. While pursuing mastery, it's easy to get caught up in the drive for self-improvement, but you must remember the importance of balance. Take time to rest, recharge, and engage in activities that bring you joy and relaxation. Self-care is not an indulgence. It's necessary to replenish your energy and avoid burnout. If you neglect your well-being, your ability to continue progressing will be compromised. Keep in mind that mastering yourself includes understanding when to push forward and when to rest. Building in downtime allows you to approach your goals with renewed energy and perspective. Finally, always seek to broaden your perspective. Personal growth is about more than just improving yourself. It's about expanding your awareness and understanding of the world around you. Continue to seek new knowledge, engage in new experiences, and learn from those around you. A growth mindset encourages you to see opportunities and challenges and allows you to adapt when life presents new lessons. Embrace the idea that learning is a lifelong journey and that each new experience adds depth to your mastery. Your commitment to mastering your mouth, mind, mood, and money is a lifelong endeavor that will evolve as you do. The practices you've learned are the foundation, and as you continue to integrate them into your daily life, you'll find that your ability to manage yourself in these areas becomes more effortless. Keep refining your approach, nurturing your growth, and practicing self-compassion as you continue to build a life that reflects your deepest values and aspirations. The work you've done so far is powerful, but the true rewards come from staying engaged in the process, adapting as needed, and celebrating your continuous evolution. The journey of mastering your mouth, mind, mood, and money is one of continuous growth and transformation. While you've laid the groundwork and developed strategies to guide your success, it's essential to embrace the idea that true mastery comes not from a set of instructions, but from a living practice that you refine and adapt as you go. The next chapter is about creating momentum in your journey, building the resilience to weather any storms, and setting yourself up for long-term success. As you continue on this path, the foundation of your success lies in understanding that everything you've learned must become an ongoing practice. Self-mastery is not something that can be achieved once and then set aside. It is a lifelong commitment that requires conscious effort, adjustment, and deep engagement. By building sustainable habits, staying committed to your growth, and focusing on the key pillars of your transformation, you can ensure that you continue evolving into the best version of yourself. At the heart of this journey is your ability to stay focused on your vision and continue aligning your thoughts, words, actions, and finances with your deepest desires. This vision will be the compass that guides you through each decision you make, helping you stay grounded in your purpose, even when faced with challenges. Regularly revisit your vision, refining it as you grow, so that you stay in alignment with the person you are becoming. As you continue to make progress, celebrate the small victories along the way, as they all contribute to the larger transformation you are experiencing. The practice of mindfulness is one of the most powerful tools to maintain focus and clarity. By staying present in the moment, you can avoid getting overwhelmed by distractions or stress. In each area of your life, practicing mindfulness helps you respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. Whether you're navigating a difficult conversation, managing your emotions, handling finances, or staying present in your daily tasks, mindfulness brings awareness to each moment, making it easier to make decisions that align with your goals. An essential component of mindfulness is learning to be aware of the choices you make each day, knowing that every decision, no matter how small, impacts your overall journey. When you focus on the present, it becomes easier to make intentional choices that are aligned with your values and the goals you set for yourself. You are able to recognize your emotional triggers, reframe negative thoughts, and practice patience when things aren't going your way. With mindfulness, you can create a space for intentional action where each moment becomes an opportunity to move closer to mastery. Another aspect of sustaining your journey is recognizing that you will encounter setbacks, but these moments should be seen not as failures, but as opportunities for growth. Self-mastery is not about perfection. It's about resilience and the ability to bounce back when things don't go as planned. Life is full of unpredictability, and it's in those moments of uncertainty that you have the opportunity to strengthen your resolve and reaffirm your commitment to mastering yourself. Embrace setbacks as part of the process. Learn from them, and use the experience to refine your approach. Each challenge is an opportunity to prove your resilience, adaptability, and commitment to your long-term success. A critical part of your ongoing success is ensuring that your self-talk and inner dialogue remain positive, supportive, and empowering. Your mind is a powerful tool, and it's essential to be aware of the messages you send yourself. As you continue your path, pay attention to the language you use when talking to yourself. Are you reinforcing a sense of limitation, or are you affirming your ability to overcome challenges and achieve your goals? Positive self-talk fosters confidence, resilience, and an empowered mindset. When you encounter difficulties, remember that how you speak to yourself in those moments will dictate how you respond. In addition to maintaining positive inner dialogue, stay connected to your community and support network. While you are ultimately responsible for your personal growth, you don't have to go through this journey alone. Surround yourself with people who uplift, support, and challenge you. Your relationships play an integral role in your success, providing guidance, encouragement, and new perspectives when needed. Whether it's a mentor, a friend, or a group of like-minded individuals, the right support system can keep you on track and motivated. At the same time, be mindful of the influences around you. The people you associate with, the content you consume, and the environment you create all have a profound impact on your growth. Choose wisely where you invest your time and energy. Surround yourself with individuals and spaces that inspire and encourage your development. Whether it's engaging with people who share similar goals, reading materials that support your personal growth, or creating an environment conducive to success, being intentional about where you focus your attention is essential to long-term success. Another key element of sustaining your journey is to constantly recalibrate your actions. Self-mastery isn't about adhering to a rigid set of rules. It's about being adaptable and finding what works best for you as you evolve. As your goals and aspirations shift, so will your needs and strategies. Reevaluate your progress regularly. Make adjustments as necessary, and allow your practices to grow and expand with you. If something no longer aligns with your values, or if you find more effective ways to reach your goals, don't be afraid to make changes. Flexibility is an essential part of growth, and by continually refining your practices, you will keep yourself engaged and moving forward. Finally, cultivate gratitude for the journey itself. Acknowledge the growth you've experienced, the lessons you've learned, and the person you are becoming. Gratitude helps you stay connected to the present moment and appreciate the steps you've taken, even when the road ahead seems long or challenging. By celebrating your progress, no matter how small, you keep your motivation high and remind yourself that you are on the right path. Mastery, at its core, is about continual evolution. It's about showing up each day with intention, purpose, and a willingness to grow. Keep applying the principles you've learned to every aspect of your life, and remain open to the new insights, opportunities, and challenges that will arise. Trust that every step you take is part of a larger, unfolding journey, and with each moment of growth, you get one step closer to become the fullest version of yourself. This path is yours to walk. Keep moving forward. Stay grounded in your vision, and know that you are capable of creating the life you desire. Through consistent effort, patience, and an open heart, you will continue to master your mouth, mind, mood, and money, creating lasting transformation that shapes every area of your life. As you move deeper into mastering your mouth, mind, mood, and money, the next step is about cultivating deeper levels of self-awareness and self-discipline. It is about taking the tools and practices you've learned and applying them in a way that consistently aligns with your goals, values, and aspirations. This chapter will guide you through how to create a life that reflects your intentions and ensures that every area of your life remains a priority in your personal growth journey. The first key to cultivating deeper self-mastery is taking full responsibility for your life. This means recognizing that you are the primary force behind the outcomes you experience in your personal growth. While external circumstances, challenges, and people influence your journey, ultimately, how you respond to these factors is within your control. This mindset shift is crucial for empowering yourself to create the life you desire. Rather than blaming outside factors or feeling like a victim of your circumstances, you embrace your power to choose how you act, think, and feel. As you begin to accept full responsibility, you'll notice that your mindset begins to shift. You'll no longer look for excuses or reasons to justify why things aren't going as planned. Instead, you'll adopt a mindset of empowerment and focus on finding solutions and taking action. This mindset shift will accelerate your progress and enhance your sense of self-efficacy, making it easier to stay aligned with your goals and purpose. Another critical element in deepening your journey is the practice of ongoing self-reflection. As you apply the principles of mastering your mouth, mind, mood, and money, consistently checking in with yourself allows you to gain insight into what's working and what needs adjustment. It's easy to get caught up in the hustle of everyday life, but taking time to pause and assess your current state ensures that you are always moving in the right direction. When you reflect on your progress, you allow yourself the space to adjust, learn from mistakes, and celebrate victories. Reflection doesn't need to be a time-consuming or overwhelming task. Set aside time each day or week to ask yourself meaningful questions. How did I communicate today? Was I mindful of the words I used, both to myself and others? How did I manage my thoughts? Were there negative patterns I need to address? What emotional triggers did I experience today, and how did I handle them? Did I make mindful financial decisions that align with my goals and values? By asking yourself these questions, you remain engaged in your growth and ensure that you're consistently learning and improving. Reflection keeps you grounded and helps you stay on track with your long-term vision. Self-discipline is another cornerstone of personal mastery. It's easy to become distracted by external pressures, distractions, or momentary desires that don't align with your true goals. Self-discipline requires you to remain focused and stay committed to the actions that will bring you closer to your highest potential. It's about making decisions based on your long-term vision rather than immediate gratification. To build self-discipline, start by setting clear, achievable goals that are tied to your deeper vision. Break these goals down into smaller, actionable tasks and commit to taking those steps every day. The more consistent you are in following through on your commitments, the more self-discipline will become ingrained in your routine. This consistency will also help you avoid falling into old habits that no longer serve your growth. Another key component of self-discipline is learning how to say no. The ability to say no is one of the most powerful skills in personal mastery because it protects your time, energy, and focus. It's easy to get pulled into commitments, distractions, and obligations that take you away from your true goals. Saying no doesn't make you selfish. It makes you intentional about where you invest your energy. Whether it's saying no to unhealthy relationships, distractions that derail your productivity, or financial temptations that don't align with your values, learning to say no allows you to protect your space for what truly matters. As you deepen your self-discipline, it's important to remember the role of flexibility. While discipline is important, there will be times when life requires you to adjust your approach. Flexibility doesn't mean abandoning your goals. It means adjusting your strategies when needed to continue moving forward. Life doesn't always go according to plan, and sometimes circumstances change unexpectedly. By embracing flexibility, you allow yourself to respond to life's challenges in a way that doesn't break your focus, but rather helps you stay aligned with your long-term vision. A strong sense of self-awareness also means knowing when you need to pause and recharge. Pushing yourself too hard, without taking time to rest, can lead to burnout and fatigue. Self-care is essential to maintaining your energy and momentum over the long term. When you take time for yourself, whether through physical exercise, mental relaxation, creative outlets, or simply taking time to be alone, you recharge your capacity to keep progressing. Taking care of your mind and body creates a positive feedback loop that supports all of the other aspects of mastery. When you feel energized and rested, you'll be more productive, more mindful in your communication, more emotionally balanced, and more disciplined in your financial choices. Self-care is not a luxury. It's a necessity for sustaining the growth and change you are working toward. It ensures that you are functioning at your highest potential and able to manage the demands of your journey. As you continue to deepen your mastery, take time to revisit your bigger why. The reason you started this journey, whether it's creating a life of freedom, improving your relationships, achieving financial stability, or simply becoming the best version of yourself, will be the driving force behind your success. Reconnecting with your purpose regularly reminds you why this journey matters and recharges your motivation. You'll encounter moments when the road feels long or when challenges seem insurmountable, but your deeper why will keep you moving forward. Keep your vision clear and remind yourself of the long-term rewards you're working toward. The emotional and mental investment you make today will lead to an abundant, fulfilling life in the future. Through self-awareness, self-discipline, and a continued commitment to your growth, you'll maintain the momentum needed to create lasting transformation. Each day brings new opportunities for refinement, new lessons for learning, and new actions to take. Stay present in the process. Trust the journey, and know that the person you are becoming is powerful, capable, and aligned with your deepest desires. This journey of mastering your mouth, mind, mood, and money is yours to shape. Keep moving forward. Stay intentional, and embrace each new challenge and opportunity. The best version of yourself is waiting just ahead, and with each step, you are getting closer to creating the life you've always dreamed of. Keep pushing, keep growing, and stay connected to your higher purpose. You are capable of achieving everything you desire. As you stand at the threshold of a new chapter in your life, having delved into mastering your mouth, mind, mood, and money, it is essential to recognize that this journey is not a destination, but an ongoing process of self-evolution. The principles you have learned throughout this book are not meant to be a quick fix or a one-time achievement, but rather a foundation for a lifelong commitment to personal growth, fulfillment, and empowerment. Personal mastery is not about perfection. It's about progress. It's about continually refining the way you think, speak, feel, and manage your resources, so that you're always moving toward becoming the best version of yourself. Each step you take, no matter how small, adds up to monumental change over time. And as you keep progressing, you'll find that the impact of mastering your mouth, mind, mood, and money ripples through every aspect of your life, from your relationships and career to your personal happiness and sense of fulfillment. What you've embarked on is not a simple transformation. It's a comprehensive overhaul of how you approach life. You've begun to understand the deep connection between your thoughts, words, emotions, and financial decisions, and you've taken steps to align all of these with your values, your goals, and your higher purpose. It's not an easy task, and there will certainly be moments of doubt, frustration, or discouragement along the way, but these moments are an integral part of the journey. They are opportunities to reflect, to learn, and to continue growing. Mastering your mouth means becoming aware of the power of your words and how they shape your reality. You've learned that every conversation, every word you speak to others, and even the self-talk you engage in plays a role in determining the relationships you cultivate and the reality you create. By mastering your mouth, you start to speak more thoughtfully, communicate more clearly, and foster deeper, more meaningful connections with those around you. This skill will not only improve your personal relationships, but will empower you in your professional life, too, where effective communication is one of the most powerful tools for success. Equally important is mastering your mind. Your thoughts dictate your actions, your behavior, and ultimately your outcomes. By learning to control and direct your thoughts, you have shifted from a reactive mindset to a proactive one. You've learned that you are not defined by your thoughts or limiting beliefs, and that you have the power to change the narrative in your head. Mastering your mind means consistently choosing empowering thoughts that align with your goals and aspirations, and through that process, you are able to reshape your reality. Mastering your mood has given you the tools to respond to emotions with resilience and mindfulness rather than being swept away by them. Emotions are not inherently negative, but they require awareness and control. Through emotional regulation techniques, you've learned how to navigate your emotional landscape, handle stress, and transform negative emotions into constructive ones. Your emotional intelligence has deepened, which not only improves your emotional well-being, but also enhances your ability to build strong, supportive relationships. A positive emotional state creates the foundation for your mind to think clearly, your body to perform optimally, and your mouth to communicate effectively. Finally, mastering your money is perhaps one of the most empowering aspects of your transformation. The way you manage your finances reflects your values, your priorities, and your level of self-discipline. By taking control of your financial life, you've learned how to budget, save, invest, and plan for the future. You've moved from a reactive relationship with money to one of intentionality and abundance. Money, when managed well, becomes a tool that empowers you to create the life you desire, whether it's the freedom to travel, the ability to pursue passions, or the security to take care of your loved ones. However, none of this happens in isolation. The skills and principles you've learned are interconnected. When you master your mouth, you also master your mind because your words are reflections of your thoughts. When you master your mind, your moods shift naturally, and you begin to cultivate a sense of emotional intelligence and stability. When you master your mood, it becomes easy to take control of your finances because you're no longer swayed by emotional impulses. And when you master your money, it boosts your sense of control, which, in turn, elevates your confidence and mental state. These four pillars, mouth, mind, mood, and money, form the foundation of a balanced, purposeful, and empowered life. You now have the tools to continuously evolve and refine your approach to life. Self-mastery requires ongoing practice, reflection, and a willingness to adapt to changing circumstances. You will inevitably encounter challenges, but as you've learned, those challenges are not obstacles. They are opportunities for growth. When things don't go as planned, remind yourself that setbacks are a normal part of the process. Use those moments to realign with your values, reflect on what you've learned, and adjust your approach moving forward. A key aspect of sustaining your growth is the practice of patience. Transformation doesn't happen overnight, and the path to mastery is filled with small wins and occasional setbacks. Allow yourself the grace to make mistakes and learn from them, and remember that every step you take toward your goals is a victory in itself. Patience with yourself and the process is essential for creating lasting change. It's also important to remember that mastery doesn't end. Personal development is a lifelong journey. Even as you continue to refine your skills, the world will present new opportunities and challenges for you to navigate. The practices you've learned will continue to serve you, but you must remain committed to personal growth and lifelong learning. Keep exploring new ways to challenge yourself, seek out new knowledge, and remain open to change. The more you learn, the more you grow, and the more your mastery deepens. As you step forward on this path, keep the vision you created for your life front and center. Remember why you started this journey, whether it was a little life of freedom, to deepen your relationships, to create financial independence, or to simply live more consciously. Keep revisiting your vision, refining your goals, and adjusting your actions to stay aligned with the life you truly desire. This is not a process of perfection, but one of continual refinement. Mastery is about more than just achieving success. It's about living a way that feels fulfilling, aligned with your values, and true to yourself. It's about creating a life that reflects your highest aspirations and brings out the best in you. Keep moving forward, stay committed, and trust that every step you take brings you closer to the best version of yourself. The journey of self-mastery is ongoing, but it is one that will continue to bring you fulfillment, clarity, and success in every area of your life. With each step you take, you're not just mastering the 4 key areas of your life. You are mastering yourself. The best is yet to come, and the possibilities are limitless.